Hello, disc golfers. This is a course breakdown. Front 9, Williamson Town Park, Williamson, New York. It is a par 56, about 6,500 feet. We have Mach 5 baskets and concrete tee pads. Let's get into it. Hole 1, we're going to start with this above view to show you that there really is not a route on this hole. Look at the line, it just doesn't exist. So hole 1, 208 feet. It is a par 3 OB road. You're basically going to go big, wide hyzer around this pine tree camera right. You could go big, wide forehand hyzer as well. Tomahawk works, grenade works, but you got to be careful with a crosswind if you're going with the big hyzer play because it could push you OB. You can go long very easily. And as you'll see, the green is slightly sloped, so anything that comes down hard at edge does have potential to roll. Hole 2, 370, par 3, OB road. Sometimes the creek in the middle plays as OB, sometimes the mulch in the arboreum past the basket plays OB, but it is a pretty far hole for most throwers. And what's tough about it is that you have to slightly move to the right. So it's not really like a turnover shot. It's just like a slight turn straight shot, or you want it to flex and come back, which is kind of a difficult shot to put that much juice on. But if you can do it, I mean, you can do it. I mean, if you have a 370-foot forehand, I guess you can do that too, but no one's doing that around here. Just get up there. This is a safe 3 to get. It's a good 2 to get. Moving along to one of my favorite holes in the area. Hole 3, 350, par 3, OB road, OB long, OB right, and OB pavilion. You want to throw a big flat shot over these pine trees camera right, and then to dump and hook around the pine tree camera center. Lower arm speed players will get somewhere around here and then pitch around the tree. You probably could get there with the flex or a forehand if you wanted to, but it's definitely just a 350 hyzer throw. You want to come in right in front of these pines, park it, and you will see that OB stake, so you can go long if you get something that flips up and carries straight. Hole 4, 464, par 3, OB left road, OB parking lots right and long. The road in the middle of the fairway is not OB. This hole just baits you into trying to crank one, and then I just screw up my throw because I'm like, I can throw this far, and then I don't. You basically want to just get something out there. I mean, if you can push it 400, good for you. It's a really, really hard 3 to get if you don't have pro distance. And even if you can push your disc to go about 450, the closer you get to the pin, the closer the OB pinches you away. So, I mean, even if you have the distance, it's probably a safe play to just lay this one up at about 400 and take an easy par because no one's getting this too. Hole 5, 265, par 3, OB long, but it's so long it doesn't matter. This is one of the hardest easy holes you'll ever play. The basket's right there in front of you. It's a wide open field, but there is no anything to give you perspective for depth. So it's very easy to overthrow this one or underthrow this one. I aim hyzer out toward the telephone pole and go with something really overstable that will just stick in and try to mitigate going long because everyone throws long on this one. Hole 6, 470, par 4, a gettable par 4. You have OB tall grass left that then zags to be OB woodline left. You also have OB road long. Most players are going to try to go up the gut here between the tree and the telephone pole with like a fairway, something that ends straight that's fairly neutral. Power players are going to go out wide around that row of trees camera right and just try to get as much distance you can and then kind of crapshoot through the trees to set yourself up for easy birdie. If you go up the gut, you should have another just straight throw putter or mid right up to the basket. But you need to have speed control here because the basket is perched on the hill. You could very easily roll away. Unlikely you'll roll to the OB road, but very likely you get a tester putt that you wish you didn't have because why don't I have speed control? And I always never get this birdie. I digress. Hole 7, 440. This one's a par 3. OB tall grass left the whole way, and it is very rough there. Don't end up there. There's OB pond. You can get there, believe it or not. I've seen people do it. I've done it. This hole is deceivingly uphill. You can't tell from the drone shot. It is a bomb to get there. Goes uphill and then downhill. You just want to keep it between the gap of these two trees, camera center. Any drive that makes it to the plateau here is good. Any drive that starts to get up here by this blue pine is really good. Be careful with your approaches because it's downhill. You could run away from the basket or get a roll away down to the shrubbery down there. This is a very hard 2, but a fairly easy 3, and this could be a bogey really quick. Oh man, here we go. Hole 8, 320, the water hole. OB water. There is a drop zone by the bench under that tree, camera right. You want to throw something at this basket. If you're brave, you can go right at it. It's a pretty easy birdie to get. But if the water gets into your head, well, then it's tough. A lot of discs are in that pond. A lot of people wish they had those discs back, and I am one of those people. I've also birdied this hole, but I've lost far more discs than I have birdied. Rest in peace. Finishing the front 9, we have hole 9, 200 feet, par 3, elevated basket, very elevated. You are very pinched off at the tee shot, so you want to throw a putter kind of turnover shot. The forehand doesn't really work quite right because of the shape. You really need something that just bends a little bit to the right and stays straight. If you get a little aggressive here, go for the ace run. Because the basket is so high, you could end up pretty long, having a pretty scary comeback putt. But if you can just bend that shot quite right, this is a very easy birdie. And that's it for the front 9 here at Williamson. You should play there. And thank you for watching. If you find my disc in that pond, my number's on it. Give me a call. I'd really like to have that buzz back.